Hello humans! In this video I will show you how to make this drop sound. Yeah. As you may have noticed, this kind of sounds like Marten Hørger. I hope it does. If it doesn't sound like Marten Hørger, I failed. Who is Marten Hørger? If you don't know him, I have got some pictures prepared so you can see how he looks like. He's a pretty cool guy. You know, like here, he's cool, he's funny, he can levitate, he's kind of gangster sometimes. So that is Marten Hørger. He's a German producer, and to me, he's one of the best in Germany right now in the bass music scene. So I wanted to take a look at his sound design because it's very intricate and distinct. I looked these words up online. They exist. So Marten's drop sounds often sound more like an 808 or like a kick. So I approached this sound as if I would build a kick. At first, you need a sine wave. As you can hear, it's pretty low. And you need a short envelope. So I shortened the volume envelope here. And the third aspect is you need some transient, like the first attack. And I did that by building a really short envelope here. It's really short. And put it on the pitch of the first oscillator. So it makes this. Next step is I need some overtones because this is like 2 808. Turn on the second oscillator also on sine wave, also pitched by my envelope. And I turn on FM from B and I turn it up until I get some overtones. Let's take a listen. Oh yeah, and the octave is up on my second oscillator. Yeah, kind of like that. So next off, I'm gonna emphasize the because I wanted like to have that punch. So in the filter section, I use a low pass filter with high resonance, so I get even more of that like that resonance, transient, whatever sound. So I put my really short envelope on the cutoff, around 40. With high resonance and high fat, so it gets even bigger. You can hear it. So we're almost finished. Just some EQing to give more emphasis to the overtone. And I think I cleaned out the low frequencies a bit here. The one is on 130 Hertz, the other one on 78. Some basic distortion, nothing big. And now comes the most important part in most of Marten's sounds, I guess, bit crushing. Marten often uses bit crushing on his bass sounds or on his kicks or on filler sounds or anywhere. So we use the filter section from Serum for that. And we choose the sample hold filter, and if you load it in, it sounds like this, pretty trashy. So you have to pitch it up around that, more resonance to make it a bit more noisy, and a bit of drive, and turn the mix down because if you turn it up, it's just ear cancer. Then I added some dimension expander just to make it a bit more wide and more acoustic, whatever. So we're almost there. Now some external plugins in Logic. At first I added Decapitator, just to beef it up a bit more, just some saturation. One more bit crusher, which adds some downsampling. I think you can rebuild that with every bit crusher there is available. It's just downsampling, bit of mix, makes it even more ringy. And in the end, some kickstart just for sidechaining. I I think I chose a pretty short curve. So to make it a bit more interesting, I bounced it to audio, put some Serum effects on it, and even more bit crushing, and some crazy hyper stuff, everything pretty aggressive, because I knew that it's just going to be a layer and not the main sound. Compressor is turned off. And after that, I put a big low cut on it, some transient design to make the sustain shorter so it's snappier. You can listen to the difference here. That's with it, and without it, it's more messy. I wanted it to be really, really clean. So let's take a listen to both of them together. Without the layer. You know, it's more like a background layer thing. To make it a bit more interesting than I did it, you could even add some swing to our main sound in MIDI. So let's take a listen without swing. It's straight. There's no bounce in it. So if you add swing, I'll add it pretty hard just so you can hear it. Swing means that every second 16th note gets pushed back a little. So you get that jumpy, instead of ticka ticka ticka, you get ticka 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 ticka. And it works pretty cool on bass sounds, especially in bass house. So let's choose, I don't know, just a bit swing. You know, so it kind of bounces now. That's it for the main sound. If you want to know anything else about other sounds of this drop, just let me know, and other videos on drums and the yoink sound maybe, whatever. Thanks for Marten for the inspiration. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.